spoken about the president gaslighting us, but at the same time, he spoke to the youth and is proposing a confab, a 30 days confab.
Forget about it. Forget about the 30 days confab. Forget about it. Let me tell you something. Like I said earlier,
Okay.
it's a systematic thing. This is a politician. He has been there. He understands the game. He's playing a game. I'm telling you now. Mr. President is a smart politician. Forget about whether the smartness is for good or bad. Just know that he's a smart politician. 30 days youth confab. When we're talking about no going back protests. Let me issue a press release. You guys, I'm going to be organizing a 30 days confab for you guys. Come and talk about your issues. Let's discuss. My dear, who are the people that are going to share that 30 days youth confab? Who are the people that, what are they going to say? Are they going to prepare the speech and give to them, or they will tell them to speak their mind?
He noted that
Hold on, my brother. Somebody posted something that happened about the end bad governments. Some women were protesting and were supporting Tinubu, and they said, what about the money that they promised to? Come on. Please, they said we should call Meta Moto that we are going for one program. We did not know that it was to come and please the bad government or end bad. They changed. People that were, on this side, people were protesting for end bad governments. On the other side, people were supporting bad governments. Now, supporting bad governance and ending bad governance. But when the supporting bad governance got that, oh boy, the reason why they organized this 30 days youth confab, that was show, they just wanted to use us to gain the confidence of the people. Let me tell you something. It's a political thing.
Okay.
I am not just a lawyer. I'm a political analyst because I had some education on it. I'm a certified political analyst that got some certification, and I understand political arena very, very well. What Mr. President is currently doing is doing his check and what? And balance. 2027 is coming. I can assure you, before 2026, you will be seeing some form of some of the solutions I'm about to give now. You will apply it then, and I'm going to give you that solution now. Number one, if Dangote says the cost of production and every is above 600 or 700, what are you supposed to do as a government? You said you have removed subsidy, no problem, don't put it again. But that money you are claiming to have saved, the billions and trillions that you are claiming to have saved, as a man that is surrounded by people that are claiming to be smart, because to me,
I look at those people and
I feel like you are just claiming to be smart. You should be able to stay awake in the midnight, be looking at your ceiling and be calculating, how can we save Nigeria? How can we help Nigeria? But I can see you drinking your drink, going to parties, throwing dollars here and there. Yes, CC chairman is not seeing you throwing dollars. It's a small person that is doing his own wedding somewhere in the bush that you are seeing that you want to go and arrest. Can you imagine that nonsense? And then you are forgetting that the solution is this. Mr. President, NNPC, come to Dangote. Tell Dangote, we know that this is a private business, okay? But we want to partner with you. We're not asking, we're telling you, we want to partner with you. Our refineries are not up and running. This is the only one that is working for now. The cost of production, you are spending, let's say, per liter. If you do your costing, per liter is like 500 naira. Why don't federal government come in to join hands with you in this production? When we join hands with you in this production, at least now you will be spending 250. I will be spending 250. Then we will now join hands to move your business, so that by the time we are fixing price, because me now, the money I am using to join hands for production is the money that I am supposed to be using for subsidy, but I'm no longer putting subsidy. So now, because the production will now be lesser for Dangote, then we will now jointly as partners put the price and say, you know what, the price that we can go, the lowest is 400 naira. Nigerians, please bear with us. 65 naira cannot work, 190 cannot work, 200 cannot work, but at least we can do 400 naira. We have joined hands together to try to bring down the cost of what? Production. Please, distribution is to all persons. Let me tell you something. If Dangote should revolt against the president, they will pull him down. And one of the best ways to pull him down is to discredit his product. Now, let me tell you, the only person that is buying from him directly now is NNPC. NNPC now can adulterate that petroleum product and sell it out to other distributors, and God forbid we will start having cases of people can start exploding. And the next thing they will say is shut down Dangote refinery. Dangote will start asking questions. Jesus, what happened? What happened? People will say, this spirit, this petroleum product, where is it from? Premium rates is from Dangote refinery. At that point, people will be foolish enough not to ask questions.
Always.
Who did he give this product to at first? He gave it to NNPC. NNPC is the point of distribution. Now, they are not distributing from one source. It's just like you come to my restaurant to eat. However, the food I'm cooking in my restaurant, I did not cook it. I was not allowed to cook my own food. I was forced to buy from this other canteen. Now, that food is poisoning all of you. The same thing with other canteens. Everybody is being poisoned. And they're asking question, what happened? This food. And I'm like, all of us were buying from you. And this person said, is it not from Dangote that me too I collected from? And then Dangote is now brought to his news. Now, this is a possible blackmail that may likely happen in the
nearest future.
Because the truth is this, Dangote is like a hungry lion that wishes to speak out. He knows that the hardship Nigeria is passing is unnecessary. He knows that what they discuss in the closed door meeting, they make sure they screen you. There will be no phone, anything, recording device, even your pen, your pen. And you cannot come in with anything. It is a place that you will be totally screened, and then the room for that meeting will be a room that will kill any device at all, because it is a high class secret. This thing I'm telling you now is a high class secret, and I'm telling you this thing without any form of fear. That you see, this country can work, but people don't want it to work. Let me tell you something, sure. You see, people that are selling generator, they are the reason why our electricity company will never work. You see, electricity company, it will never work. 24 hours power supply is a lie, because those bourgeois, according to Karl Marx, we call them comprado bourgeois. Those bourgeois will never want the progress of Nigeria to be permanent. They want it to be partial, so that they can still have some form of control on the people.
Yes.
Now, imagine the person who is making nothing less than, from what I had, 2.1 trillion naira.
Wow.
In generator
sales
alone, because they have their percentage in it. Mecano also, and all generators, anything that has to do with generator and inverter, they are benefiting from it. Now tell me, why will I give you stable power supply? Do I want
want to kill my source of income?
Now that is what I'm talking about. Nigeria can work. Fashola tried, but they almost finished him. First enough,
yes.
The man came. No, Fashola really wanted to work, but let me tell you, it overwhelmed him. He was choking because forget say BSN, forget lawyer for you. This place we tell you how we do it. It's power waiting. Which dam? You want to generate what? Okay, kill that thing. Just give them 8 hours. Share it like this. Give them 2 hours now. Then take it for 1 hour, so that they can on gen. If they are not on gen, how can we sell fuel?
All right. From all of this analysis, can we ever get it right as a nation?
The only way to get it right is sad, but I have to agree with Sowori.
Which is?
At this point.
Revolution.
At this point, the only way to get it right is for us to have an antithesis. As a politician, we have thesis, we have antithesis, and we have synthesis. At this point, we need the antithesis so that we can fall back to have the synthesis. The thesis is the state of affair.
Okay.
The antithesis is the crisis that comes out of that state of affair and the revolution. Then the synthesis is not the solution and the coming back to normalcy afterwards.
All right. Just to still stay on that thought, an ex-Kogi speaker is coming out to say that Tinubu needs more time to settle down. 16 months into his administration, he has outlined so much that I have earlier read out. Do you not believe that he needs more time?
Sorry, to add to that, we also have the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, who has defended the president and noted that the removal of fuel subsidy is a crucial step for Nigeria's economic development. Yes, that was according to this article that was published. It stressed that the importance of transitioning to compressed natural gas as a more affordable energy source, especially for transportation. And we have more.
Forget about those that are benefiting from the system. Ex-minister, ex-speaker, the minister, blah blah. Forget about it. You cannot bite the finger that's feeding you. So anything I hear from me, I just take it as blabbing nonsense.
Okay.
Total nonsense to me. How can you tell me that he needs more time? I just told you now that my BP before Tinubu came in was 400. Now that Tinubu is giving me drugs every day to take, he said, "Don't worry, your BP will go down.
Get well soon.
We don't worry. This is baby step of your BP will still rise small, but afterwards it will go down. Now my BP is 1,000 or something. And you're telling me I should not talk. That is still early. It's too early for me to. What kind of doctor are you?
Okay.
If you are not capable of curing my BP, you resign."
All right.
And I want to say something. So sorry, please. I want to say something.
Okay.
Mr. President, if you are hearing me, this is specially for you. You failed woefully as not just a president, as a father figure that we see you as. You failed woefully because you lied to us. You told us in your speech, and I will never forget that speech. It was one of the speeches in your campaign in 2022, 2023. You said to us that the moment you come into power, you will do everything possible to ensure that the common man in the street can afford at least, even if it is 1 square meal a day. And as it is right now, the garri and sugar without groundnut or milk and tap water that the common man even used to manage, now he can no longer see it, because even the garri now is 1,000 and something. Mr. President, you need to come out and apologize to all Nigerians. First of all, come out and apologize and tell us that my children, the youths, my colleagues, my mates, and my seniors, and all Nigerians, I want to apologize to you people because I have failed in my principal and primary responsibility to ensure that you people breathe. I am aware that I have suffocated you people. That is the first line of your speech. Then after that, you corroborate with Dangote to ensure that you bring down the cost of production so that the cost of the price will go down as well. The next step is to start ensuring that the free transportation is being put in place for Nigerians, because it is transportation that controls every other thing. And the moment the people in that arena see that you are doing something, this tension of protest will go down, Mr. President. And finally, Mr. President, you need to invest very well for our armed forces. The Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, and the Nigerian Air Force, they need modernized equipment. All this money that you people are spending and sharing in your personal logistics and your security is unnecessary. You need to invest that money not for your personal security, but for the national security. You need to go and buy armor tank. You need to go and buy a lot of sophisticated weapons to keep our borders in check, and for our military to be properly equipped to meet the standard of those people that are aiming to destroy we, the Nigerian people. And if you can do this, I can assure you, Mr. President, you will not need any form of campaign in the next elections, because the Nigerian people will call you the hero of their time. But if you don't do this, Mr. President, Karl Marx says something. Nigerians and the people that are in oppression will one day graduate from a class in themselves to a class for themselves. And it is on that point that revolution will commence. And once revolution commences, it is not like the one that happened in Lekki Toll Gate that happened on the 20th of October 2020. This time around, Mr. President, you will be fully accountable for it. And Mr. President, nobody wants to go down the line of
No
protest
return.
or riot or anything. No, we don't want that. What we want is for you to talk to NNPC now and talk to Dangote now. The price of petrol should come down at least 400 naira per litre. Is sustainable for the minimum wage that you have just passed recently. Because as it is now, the cost of petroleum is not adding to the minimum wage. There's a need for you to review the minimum wage again now. If you are going to leave it at almost 1,000 naira, then there's a need to increase the minimum wage to 200,000. That way, we can now say it is reasonable that at least when you do your cost of transportation and your
all
cost
of
of
that.
living, then you can say, okay, 200,000 as minimum wage is commensurate to 1,000 naira per litre. But if we don't have that now, Mr. President, then you have failed. And the truth is this: Almighty Allah, who you believe in, who you worship, we question you, and we, the Nigerian people,
Yeah,
we
also
also
do that.
question you.
All right. I believe the